good evening to everyone watching us from wherever you are. Welcome to Talanta MKU. This is a Friday, and as promised, this is the day we dive into stories, get to learn one's journey, and get their experiences differently. Well, today in Just Any Friday, it's the first Friday of the month. Happy New Month from wherever you are. So before you get started, make sure you tell a friend to tell another friend that we're already live. Comment, share, subscribe to our YouTube channel. You're very welcome here. Let's grow this family together. Mungai Elizabeth is my name, and today we had an awareness day for people who are abled differently. And with us in studio, we are honored not to have just one, but two of them that are shaped differently for the world, and they're going to share their beautiful stories, tell us their journey, and we're going to learn together. That being said, karibuni sana, and let's get right to today's show. Welcome, Mkopoa. I think I'll start from there, the farthest. No, let me just start with you. What's your name?
Thank you very much for the for this opportunity.
Yeah, it's okay. Welcome.
I'm Blessing Mwende Musioka.
Welcome.
Thank you.
And you are?
I am Joshua Letepa Shunkur, and thank you so much for this opportunity. And if I may say, we are persons with disabilities and not people who are able differently. You know, sometimes if you title us as people who are able differently, we tend to believe that all of us are able differently. The way you do things, you do it differently. The way I do things, I do them differently. So all of us in the universe are people who are able differently. So to be specific or to be precise, we are persons with disabilities. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah, I was just using that word because it's a bit softer, you know.
No, it's okay to say.
Okay.
Yeah, it's okay to say persons with disability.
Okay.
Because that's when we will get to know ourselves that truly we are PWDs.
Okay.
Yes.
Welcome, Joshua.
Thank you.
Welcome, Blessing. So I'll start with you, Joshua. Tell us what you're pursuing here in Mount Kenya University.
Thank you so much. I am here to pursue, I'm a student here at Mount Kenya University, pursuing international relations and diplomacy. I'm currently in my 1.2 level, and all is well.
Okay, thank you so much, Joshua.
Thank you.
Blessings to you.
Thank you. What I'm pursuing Bachelor of Arts in Public Administration and Governance in MKU. I'm in 2.2.
Okay, congratulations to all of you.
Thank you.
So I'm sure most of the people here don't know your disability. So I'll start with you, Joshua, and if there is a story behind it, would really appreciate.
Thank you so much. I think talking about disability, first of all, I'm visually impaired. To be more specific, I'm totally blind. As you can see right here with me, I'm holding a weight cane. This is a weight cane, and many people do not know what a weight cane is, if I may start with.
Okay.
A weight cane is an assistive device that is purposely used to symbolize and to assist a person with visual impairment to help guide his way or her way. So most people do not know its function, or rather most people tend to think that this is the thing that we use to walk or guide us, or we use it as sight. Not really, it's just something that it's extended a bit ahead of your foot, so that in case of any ditch or in case of any depression, a head or a stair, or maybe anything that is destructive in terms of accessibility, you can get to sense it with. Secondly, as I said, I'm visually impaired and totally blind. So I think there's nothing more about my disability, because that is the only disability that I acquired recently in the year 2018. And the story behind it is a bit long. I don't think we can finish it now, but if time allows, why not?
Okay, yes, Joshua, we have time. We're going to get to your story. But before that, we also want to understand Blessing's disability and how she copes with it.
First, short-sighted, whereby I need to use spectacles for magnification,
Okay.
and I'm also short-structured.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Okay. So,
I'm also
oh, okay. We get you. Thank you so much. So, Joshua,
Yes.
I told you we have all the time to listen to a story.
Okay.
Yeah, so let's start with you.
Back in 2018, I was in high school, and I was a Form 4 student, very active, and I used to enjoy a lot working in the laboratory. And then, okay, there is this, if you can remember in chemistry, there was a topic in Form 3 that was called alcohol. And when I was there, I wanted to test the levels of alcohol in what we call ethanol. So that is what I actually consumed, wanting to know on how it will react on me, basing the fact that I knew it's the one that is used to milk, to manufacture alcohol. And then that's when I lost my sight. And later on, I went to, after I lost my sight, I think 2 days later, because I remember vividly, it was on 26th March of 2018. So on 28th of March, March and the same year, that is 2 days later, I was admitted at Tenwek Hospital, then later transferred or referred to another hospital in Eldoret, where I was pronounced to be blind. And then I was kind of in a coma. It's not something good. I think sometimes later we can use even this platform to let people know, and the people in high schools, that sometimes when you try something, if you can remember the phrases of the famous Mutai Kagwe, if you treat that thing abnormally, if you treat it normally, it will treat you abnormally. Yeah, so it's good to make people aware that sometimes when you go to the laboratory, please make sure that you follow the instructions, because otherwise you may end up being in a condition like this.
Okay.
And to be honest, it is not an easy task.
Were you
Not anybody.
pronounced blind immediately, or it was after medical examinations?
It was after medical examinations. The ethanol toxicity had damaged my optic nerves, and any medic can tell you that there is no medication for optic nerves, because the moment you tamper with the optic nerves, if you want to do maybe a surgery on it, you may tamper with the brain, because the optic nerve is the one that transforms information from the retina to the brain.
Sure.
So no place on earth that has ever done any medication concerning the optic nerves. So after the medication is when I was pronounced to be blind.
That's a tough one. Okay.
Sure.
How did you respond to that? How did the people around you respond to that?
Honestly, it was not easy. Personally, I did not respond to it very kindly, because you cannot just imagine that you are waking up tomorrow without sight, yet yesterday you had sight.
True.
And all of a sudden you are now told that you're no longer going to see anymore. And remember that you are used to doing activities that you must do using your sight. The thing number one that gave me a lot of stress, if I may say so, or trauma, is the fact that I never knew that I'm going to continue with my studies. That thing really disturbed me. And honestly, I'm a Maasai guy, and for men in Maasai land, we don't shed tears. But that day, I had no compromise. I had to shed my tears in front of of course, my parents. But later, I recovered, because if I have someone who is normally next to me to tap my shoulder and tell me that it's okay, everything's gonna be okay, is my dad. So when he just told me that, don't worry, you will still study. I've seen some other people like in this condition,
True.
and they continue with life and they study, they do everything.
Mm-hmm.
So that one really comforted me,
Mm-hmm.
and I really I stood up, my chin high,
Mm-hmm.
and I went back to school.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, before we continue the story, let's get to Blessing and hear her own story.
For me, it's a little bit different.
Okay.
I woke up and I grew up and found myself.
Oh, you were born like
Yeah,
this,
I've
so
been
you've
born,
grown
yeah.
up your entire life like this.
Yeah,
Okay.
but in 2014, that's why I started using spectacles.
In 2014?
That's why I started using my spectacles.
Oh, that is when your eyesight now got poor. Okay. And how has it been for you growing up in this condition, accepting yourself, moving about primary? Kwanza primary is hectic, alafu high school. And here, how has it been?
It wasn't that hard. It was hard when I was a little bit younger.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because people around me were different and I could see, I could notice. But as I grew, and also the environment was a little bit, was more favorable from my family and friends. And in school, I never had that hard challenges of accepting myself.
Okay.
In primary, people were so loving. Going to high school, they were so loving, and I feel like it's more of grace. Yeah.
Okay, but your story is smooth. Okay, so how has it been for you? Okay, it seems you haven't dealt with stigma.
No,
You haven't dealt with that.
no.
Okay, I'll go to Joshua.
Yes.
So after receiving the news, after now your parents stepping in, they got you a school. How did it continue for you? Did you lose friends in the way?
Of course, I lost friends, and the first person I lost, being a Gen Z and at the age of 18, okay, it's not obvious, but in most cases, you will tend to have a girlfriend or a boyfriend at that peer age. The first person I lost immediately is a girlfriend. And, since then, it hasn't been easy, because apart from the girlfriend, I also lost many friends whom we used to do different activities together, or the same activities together. For instance, I used to play football so much. I used to be the number 10 in the field. So that is the striking position, where we coordinate with number 9 to score goals. Finally, after being in this condition, and you can no longer go for football matches, you can no longer go to watch football with friends. You can no longer go for riding. You can no longer do other activities such as herding. In our community, we are pastoralists, so there's no way I could go for herding anymore, or grazing. So these made me detach from these activities that I detached from. Made me detach also from friends, because now there's nowhere we could meet. The people now I got as friends, and while in this life people tend to sympathize a lot, and when they come to you, they feel like they are not supposed to, there is that kind of sympathy. They're not supposed to take you out. You're supposed to stay in the house. You're supposed to be at home at all times, because they fear maybe they can go with you, and you will not manage maybe the terrains because of the accessibility and how to navigate those terrains. So from then I lost friends. I lost people whom I used to stay with. And the people I now got as friends are the people I came to meet now in my rehabilitation, where I went for rehabilitation.
Where was that?
That was in Machakos Technical Institute for the Blind. Then later I went to St. Lucie High School for the visually impaired in Imeru. And that's where I did my Form 4. Then after completion of my Form 4 in the year 2022, I went to University of Nairobi, pursued a diploma in international studies. Then later I came here early this January.
Okay.
Yes.
What made you come to advance here in Mount Kenya University?
Number one, Mount Kenya University is an inclusive institution. It is an inclusive institution because when you come to Mount Kenya University, you'll definitely find all diverse types of disabilities, people with disabilities, with diverse disabilities. And also, I had a brother of mine who studied here, so that would make it easier for me to navigate through to school and out of school. So I thought it was ideal to be at Mount Kenya University.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. We'll
Yep.
come back to you. And to you, Blessing, how did you settle for Mount Kenya University and why?
It was because of resources. Yeah, and also the love I found here, the people living with disability. Yeah, I came during the period of Dr. Sarah as Dean. We met even before I joined school.
So she's the one who referred you here.
Not really.
So how did
I
you find
just-
out about the institution?
The online.
Online?
Yeah. Then I met Dr. Sarah when I came to do the inquiries and became friends, and yeah, the rest is history.
And how has your stay been?
Pardon?
How has your stay been here?
My stay being here, it has been good. I just can't complain. Yeah.
Okay, what do you feel that Mount Kenya University does differently or better to accommodate people like you?
They give opportunities. For instance, I'm here. Yeah, and they also give some of the infrastructures. For example, like lifts.
Okay, thank you. To you, Joshua.
Yes.
So how has Mount Kenya University been to you since you enrolled here?
For example, Mount Kenya University has actually played several roles in ensuring that we persons with disabilities or we students with disabilities have a comfort life here. And this Mount Kenya University becomes a center of excellence to us. Like today, for instance, we had a Disability Awareness Day, whereby we actually had an event to signify or to symbolize that we students with disability exist in Mount Kenya University, and that we are recognized like any other person who is here to study or for any other activity. And so until now, I have seen that Mount Kenya University is actually the best university that is inclusive enough to accommodate any kind of person, regardless of your disability. So I find it as a second home away from home.
Okay.
Yes.
So now talking about today,
Yes.
what would you say about the movement? And how it has helped reach out to other people who are disabled and like encourage them?
Thank you so much. I think it would be very important to mention that when I gave a decision to come to Mount Kenya University, I have a friend of mine. I am a member of Kenya Society for the Blind, and the executive director Kenya Society for the Blind is a friend of mine. And Kenya Society for the Blind has a partnership, has a memorandum of understanding with Mount Kenya University. So he's one of the people who actually referred me to come here. So one of the things that Mount Kenya University does best to have people accommodated all over is partnering with other non-state actors such as the Kenya Society for the Blind, which is a non-governmental organization handling matters of persons with visual impairment. So that is one of the ways actually that Mount Kenya University does. And even today they were invited to the event, and other stakeholders were also invited to come and witness the event of the day, and also to make it aware for the world through various channels that Mount Kenya University is an inclusive university and a center of excellence for every person.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Yep.
Blessings. What are your sentiments on a day like today? Do you feel its importance and how it actually helps?
Thank you. I feel it's important because not everyone else has accepted themselves the way they are. And given such opportunity and seeing the other people, it boosts their confidence. It's when you see someone happy, it makes your day in a way. Yeah.
Okay.
And if I may add on that concerning today,
Yeah.
being a Disability Awareness Day at Mount Kenya University, we had a theme that was guiding us throughout the day. And the theme was social attitude for love and equity, social attitude for love, equity, and friendship connections. So through or from the theme, we get to learn that we as persons with disabilities within this fraternity need to have friends, need to feel equality, need to socialize with everyone, need to show love and be shown love by anyone who exists within the university. So it's our humble request that we stay together as brothers and sisters, and as diplomacy states, because I'm a scholar, I'm a student of diplomacy. In diplomacy, we are taught that human beings are social animals. So as we stay in this world, we are interdependent of each other. So it was a day to make also the other students, the fellow students without disabilities, understand that as we stay here, we are brothers and sisters, and we are purposely here for one goal, to be acquired or to be equipped with knowledge.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Welcome.
I would say I'm sure there are disadvantages you guys have encountered as much as the institution has been welcoming and friendly to you. What are these things that you feel that the institution should start doing differently for you to feel you're all included?
Yes. Personally, what I would say, yes, there are challenges that we have encountered since we came in, and some of them we met them here, and some of them are still, they are actually finding us here. One of the challenges that I've recently seen is about the accessibility. I think there is need to improve, because it's not that it's not done, it is done, but there is need to improve.
Accessibility to what?
Yes, I will expound.
Okay.
So they need to improve accessibility in terms of the lifts, because in most cases you will find that the lifts are not disability friendly. In this case, when I get into a lift, I must ask someone to press the button for me on the floor that I'm going to drop off. Whereas there are lifts that are disability friendly. They can speak, so that you know that you're on a certain floor, and so that you know that you're either going up or going down. So you see, with just this darkness, in this darkness that I am in, if you can imagine, when getting into a lift and then it starts moving, you are not sure whether it's going up or it's going down. So you just end up finding yourself. For instance, if you get into that lift and you are alone, you will not be able to navigate through to your destination. Sorry. Secondly, the stairs. Where there are stairs, I think it's important also to make them accessible in terms of improving them and making them RAM accessible, so that somebody with a wheelchair on a wheelchair is able to drive his or her wheelchair up and down without any difficulties. Recently, we saw a challenge where one of us, the lift was not working, and he was upstairs and in around floor number 5, and he was on a wheelchair. So the only solution that was there was to carry the fellow student down the stairs. So you can see how risky it is, and also how embarrassing it is. So those are just some of the challenges.
Okay.
Maybe Blessing can expound on more.
Yeah, sure.
Yes.
Blessing.
Just to add on what you said, the library, I think that they should advance, especially giving accommodation to the visually impaired students. Yeah.
Anything else?
Maybe one last one.
Okay.
Is on actually how we are trying to make our university inclusive. I told you I went to the University of Nairobi before I came here. And actually sometimes it's good to cross-learn and get to know what other places are doing and what we can improve, because also they come here and they learn things from us and they go and implement wherever they are. Inclusivity in this case comes in leadership.
Okay.
We have student council here called Mkusa.
Mkusa, yeah.
Mkusa has no person or a student with disability representative to actually showcase our challenges and articulate anything that is pertaining persons with disability within the student fraternity in Mount Kenya University.
True.
It is necessary, or rather it is important, to have someone with disability among the student council, because as those who came earlier than us, or rather somebody once said that a shoe that is not the owner of the wearer of the shoe, sorry, the wearer of the shoe knows where it pinches the most. Or rather, they also say that there is nothing for us without us. What I understand about disability, you cannot understand, because I am the one who is carrying the burden. I'm the one who is carrying the challenge. So I personally, or another person with disability, is the one who is in a position to articulate issues that pertains persons with disabilities. So in that regard, it is something that needs to be looked into, so that at least we have someone who is representing persons with disability within that framework.
Okay.
Yes.
We get you. So Blessings, over to you. Tell us how your world has been. Like, do you have someone who helps you, or how do you move about your daily life and your daily routines?
I'm very independent. Whenever I need help, I just have to communicate to someone around me. Yeah.
So do you live in the hostel or outside school?
The hostel.
The hostel. Okay, so you just do everything by yourself?
Yeah.
Okay. And to you, Joshua?
Yes.
How do you see your world right now? And how is your daily routine? How are you maneuvering? How is it for you?
How I see the world right now. That is question number one. It's I don't know how I can call it, but it's a question that has several answers.
True.
But to give it one that is very precise,
Okay. But you can also give us the several. It's okay.
it's okay.
Yeah.
The world is very unfair.
Mm-hmm.
Number one, because when it's, I'm not in any dilemma, or I'm not in any denial.
Mm-hmm.
I have self-acceptance. I have accepted myself the way I am,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm confident enough in even navigating through this world.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not afraid of it in any case.
Mm-hmm.
But honestly speaking, the world is not fair, because you find that many things happening tend not to equalize us, persons with disabilities,
Mm-hmm.
and those who have no disabilities. In this case, I live outside school.
Okay.
I stay alone,
Mm-hmm.
and I cook. I do everything by myself. I think I have the know-how because I used to see.
Mm-hmm.
And so when I used to see, there's nothing I couldn't do.
So like you live completely alone.
Yes, I live completely alone.
Okay.
So I do my things alone.
Mm-hmm.
I wake up in the morning, prepare, and come to school every other day.
Mm-hmm.
And this one I was actually taught. There's what we call rehabilitation.
Mm-hmm.
That I told you earlier when I went to Machakos Technical Institute for the Blind,
Mm-hmm.
and also Kenya Society for the Blind does that. When you get there, the first thing that you're taught is to be self-independent.
Mm-hmm.
Because now if you're not so taught to be self-independent, you will end up being dependent on other people.
Mm-hmm.
And that one will really cost your life, because any other time you want to do something,
Mm-hmm.
you want someone to help you.
Mm-hmm.
So that one has made it easier for me. The knowledge that I was given there has made it easier for me to be able to do things alone. And I remember when I went to Machakos Technical Institute for the Blind, I used not to even go to church.
Mm-hmm.
But immediately I went there for one term.
Mm-hmm.
When I came back home, I wanted to go to church. I was now confident enough to walk even besides the road alone using my white cane.
Mm-hmm.
And it really changed my life. So from then, I used to be independent until now.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay. I've been communicating to you. Do you have a special phone that you use, or you just use the normal phone?
Yes, I have a phone. It's a normal phone.
Mm-hmm.
But it has a software in it called TalkBack.
Okay.
In every phone, there is a feature that is called TalkBack in the settings,
Mm-hmm.
in the settings app. So when you activate the TalkBack, it's in the accessibility settings.
Mm-hmm.
So when you activate the TalkBack and put it on, your phone starts to speak. When it starts to speak, there's a voice that speaks over. It talks back actually everything. When you write a text, when you type a text to me, it will read out to me.
Mm-hmm.
When you call me, I'll know this is Liz calling.
Mm-hmm.
So it's actually technology that has made it easier for us as visually impaired people, because even laptops, personally I use a laptop for studies.
Mm-hmm.
I don't use Braille,
Mm-hmm.
because the moment I knew that a laptop is accessible for me, I put Braille aside, because Braille is bulky.
What's the type of a laptop?
It's a HP laptop.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. It's a normal HP laptop.
Yeah.
I use a Samsung phone.
Mm-hmm.
So what I use is actually normal. There are normal things that anybody else can use.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now that you have experienced the world, both when you're seeing and you're not seeing right now, what do you prefer? Back then or right now that you're not seeing everything happening?
To be very honest, there is no day you can prefer to be blind.
Mm-hmm.
Nevertheless, I'm very much okay even in this condition, because I'm competent enough. There's nothing I cannot do.
Mm-hmm.
I've actually gone to places that most people who are seeing haven't gone.
Mm-hmm.
I've been out of the country severally.
Yeah.
I've gone to Abu Dhabi.
Mm-hmm.
I've gone around East Africa.
Just vacations, or there's something attached to your trips?
Sorry?
Were they just vacations, or there was something attached to your trips?
There were some. Of course, there's something attached to the trips, not vacations. Don't think I have the capacity to go for such vacations. But I have been to Abu Dhabi. I'm best in IT. I'm very good in IT. So we had a challenge. We did it in Kenya, and I emerged the best. And then I was taken to Abu Dhabi to also contest there internationally.
Okay.
And then also around East Africa, I have been active in terms of advocating for the rights of persons with disabilities. More so in my community back there in Narok. I come from Narok County, sorry I didn't tell you. So I've been advocating for the rights of persons with disabilities.
Okay.
And so I am the chairperson of Narok County Disability Caucus.
Congratulations.
And also the representative PWD, or persons with disabilities representative Narok County, representing the UDA party,
Oh,
the ruling
congratulations.
party of the country.
Okay.
So when they say one term, we say long term.
Okay.
But sorry, that was just by the way.
Yeah,
we must defend our government because, of course, there are many things we can say about, but let's leave that aside for today.
Yeah, we'll do
I'm a
politics some other time.
Yeah. Yeah, I love politics. I do a lot of politics.
Okay.
And so you see, I have actually actively engaged myself in different activities, which has made me go to various steps
Okay.
that I don't think even I would even go such far when I had sight.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So, ladies and gentlemen, with us in studio, we have Joshua and Blessing, and they have told us quite amazing stories about their lives, and we're still not done with them. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're taking a very short commercial break. Stay tuned. We'll be right back to hear more, gather more, and learn together. Kama umetujoin sahi, share that link, subscribe, comment, ask anything you feel like you want to. Munga Elizabeth.